normally wouldn't address this, and I don't really feel like I need to prove a point to anyone, but I also do want my followers to know that what's being said isn't true. Okay, so I noticed that a lot of people, including the alleged Nicholas GODEJOHN movement, is saying that I make my content to make money off of Nicholas GODEJOHN. My most viral videos, or my viral videos ever, have never been about Nicholas GODEJOHN. In fact, my videos that I make about him, my RPM is high because I normally make them a lot in the beginning of the month, middle of the month, at the end of the month. I'm consistent about getting him out there. And because I do it even in the beginning of the month, my RPM is high, which means I'm wasting, if it was about money, my video on something that wouldn't go viral and I wouldn't make money off of. And I'll show you just what I'm speaking about. So this is a video speaking about Nicholas GODEJOHN, and this was in the beginning of the month. This was 9/4/2024, and the RPM was $1.29. So as you make more and more videos for the month, the RPM goes down. So this is a pretty high RPM. So I made $20.37 off of this video year to date. Now, this is the same month. This is 9/18. And because I made so much content trying to expose Gypsy Rose to get Nicholas GODEJOHN justice, by the time I started posting this video, the RPM was 10 cents. Okay. So if I didn't post all those videos about Nicholas GODEJOHN and his dad and like him getting justice, the RPM on this video would have been much higher, which means I would have likely made over $10,000 off of this video, possibly even $20,000 off of this video. But even though I know I'm not going to get the views for Nicholas GODEJOHN, I'm trying to get the word out so that he can get justice. There's another one. It says why Gypsy Rose is not a victim and Nicholas GODEJOHN is. The RPM was $1.15. This was on 9/5. So if I didn't make videos like this, my video that actually went viral, I would have made a whole lot more money off of it. Now, I make the post about Nicholas GODEJOHN being the victim and Gypsy Rose being the perpetrator, despite of the fact knowing that those videos are not going to go viral, or the chances are very slim. But the point is to get awareness out there. And if I have a platform, I'll use it for what I deem as a good reason. And I think advocating for the disabled in terms of getting them justice within the court systems where they don't get justice and a lot of their disabilities are overlooked is important to me, and especially exposing Gypsy Rose for who she is and people knowing that Nick and Dee Dee were truly the victims. And I'm only making this video not to be a brag or to show, you know, what you make off of content, because not all content you're making a whole lot of money, even if you have a lot of views. As you can see, the RPM was really low on that video, so I didn't make what I could have made. But it's not about that for me. I like creating content. I like bringing awareness. And this is something that I'm passionate about, I believe in, and I want to see true justice happen. And I've used my platform for that. And for people to say that you're doing it for money or you're creating content about Nicholas GODEJOHN when people know that's not the content that's going viral, it's annoying. And I let it go very often, because I don't really care what other people have to say, because I know who I am, what I'm doing, and what my purpose is. And not everyone doesn't have to get it. You know what I'm saying? So this isn't for the people that want to have an issue with me. This is for the people that do support me. I want you guys to know, like, it's not about making money off of Nicholas GODEJOHN's videos, because that's not what's happening. In fact, it actually harms me. In terms of, if I was only staying on things that would go viral, I would make way more money. But I want justice, and that's what it is at the end of the day. And, you know, a lot of people will have a lot to say, but they still haven't made the strides that I've made. They haven't been as diligent and consistent as I have been. Even in my videos that I notice go a little bit viral about Gypsy, I still put something about Nicholas in there, because I really want awareness. I really want people to know that he's a victim, and that if this can happen to Nicholas Godejohn, this can happen to other autistic children or adults. And I just want awareness to be out there. I want us to fight till there's nothing left. And even then to still continue fighting, because where there's a will, there's a way. You know, we can make anything happen. And because we do have solid proof that Gypsy's story is all a lie, once the public really sees it, we'll be able to get more done. So, you know, that's why I'm so consistent. And that is why you notice that in her videos, I always mention that she did use a man with autism, a low IQ, mental health issues, that was collecting a disability check. I think that is really important for people to know, because there's so much misinformation out there. And it seems as though Gypsy in some odd way is still manipulating him, and people aren't really seeing that for what it is. And it takes someone that's level-headed to see it. And I'm not expecting everybody to do that. And if you know you can't get the true message out there the way you should, not everybody's meant to be a content creator, you know. And it's like we all have our places in life, and there's places where we thrive and do better. And it's just, everybody has their lane, you know, and finding your lane and staying in it is important, just in life and period. Because you make things complicated that don't need to be complicated. I'm not out here trying to be a mechanic, because I don't even know the amount of air that should be in my tire. You know, like, I'm not out here trying to be a teacher. I don't love kids. I love my kids, but I don't really love kids. I'm not a kid person, right? You know, so like, everybody has a lane. I don't like bad kids, and you never know until you have them for an extended period of time, or you're watching them, or you're on a field trip. But you know, that's just what it is. Everybody stays in their lane, you know. And that's the beauty about the world, is we all have different strengths and weaknesses, and if we hone in on our strengths, the world would be a better place. So I really wanted to show you guys this because I feel like it's important. This is probably the only time I'm going to ever address this, because I don't even really like to speak money, because that video is not all my videos. And, you know, I might have only 3 or 4 videos like that a month. And that is something that, you know, a lot of people don't realize. Like, also, I think a lot of people look at my content and they feel like I became a overnight content creator success story. And that's not the case. I had been at it for a long time. I've always been diligent and consistent. Well, not always consistent, but I try to be consistent. And it's taken times. Like, if you look back at older videos, there was a video that Keith Lee did, and, you know, he said there was a time where he was like, something has to change. And, you know, I know that this is what I want to do, but somehow it's just not really working out for me. And I felt and it wasn't just creating content, it was just life in general that he was kind of speaking about. But he was like, I want you guys to save this and we'll see where I am in a year or in 2 years. And like, it was an update post, so he showed his success at the end, and it was inspiring to me, because, you know, a lot of times people try to copy other people's content or try to do what they're doing, but the beauty is we're all different, and we all bring different things to content. And when you see a creator that has gotten far, it's taken work 99% of the time, especially if their engagement's high, because it's easy for you to have a viral video and get a lot of follows. Like, political videos right now are getting a lot of followers for people being in the same political party. They're following each other, right? But after that is over, what is going to keep those followers, right? And that's what people really need to know. Like, it's not an overnight success. Like, anything in life, when you see someone having some success, and I'm not even the most successful creator, to be honest with you. I'm a macro creator. So it's like, in the grand scheme of things, I'm a small content creator still. It's taken work, and a lot of people discredit that by jealousy, and there's no reason to be jealous, because I also don't mind sharing like tidbits or how I got to where, like, what did I do, because the thing with content is really gatekeeped. like even like knowing hashtags or what to put on the screen or what time to post, or even like paying attention to your analytics. Like certain things a lot of people don't know and they're winging it in hopes, right? But it's been a lot of test and trial for me, and I've learned a lot through that. And I think it's really important for people to know that. So being jealous, you don't need to. Being salty, you don't need to. Like, learn the ropes instead of worrying about what I'm doing. And that's no shade, no, that's just tea. Like, I'm just being honest because it's becoming annoying. But this is what I have for you guys right now. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I will be back later on. Bye bye for now.